Norway were winning at a World Cup knockout game, Sakinas, and England looked completely lost. Then 9 minutes changed everything. Here's the story nobody is telling. Welcome back to World Goals. Today, how Norway built the perfect trap, the damning stat that exposes England's first half disaster, and what Bellingham's equalizer actually means for this tournament. Let's be honest about what happened in the first half at Hard Rock Stadium. Norway didn't just score, no, they suffocated England. They set a compact defensive block, let England have the ball in front of them, and waited. And England, for long stretches, had absolutely no answer. The passing was sideways. The movement was predictable. And Norway were completely comfortable. Then on 36 minutes, Andreas Schjelderup punished them. A goal that wasn't a fluke. It was the logical conclusion of everything Norway had set up. England were rattled. The crowd was buzzing. And here's the thing that nobody wants to say out loud. Norway deserved to be ahead. Look at the shots on target at halftime. Norway had forced their chances against one of the tournament favorites, and England's attacking threat was almost invisible. 4 shots on target for England in the entire match against Norway's defensive shape tells you everything about how well that low block was working. England looked like a side without a plan, and in a World Cup knockout game, that is catastrophic. But here's what makes this story really interesting. It almost didn't matter, because England had something Norway couldn't plan for. Jude Bellingham. 45 minutes. The last kick before halftime. Think about the psychological weight of that moment. Norway are 1 goal up. 9 minutes from taking that lead into the dressing room, into the break, into the second half with all the momentum. That is a completely different football match. But Bellingham didn't let it happen. And this is where the story gets really sharp. Because his equalizer wasn't just a goal. It was a rescue mission. England were genuinely second best for most of that first half. 8 shots on target across the full match tells you England eventually found their rhythm. But the Bellingham moment at 45 minutes is the pivot point of the entire tie. Without it, Norway go in ahead. Their structure holds. Their belief goes through the roof. England's dressing room is in crisis. With it, everything flips. The pressure transfers. Norway, who had executed their game plan almost perfectly, suddenly have to think about defending a lead they no longer have. Schjelderup's goal becomes a footnote instead of the headline. That is elite-level impact from Bellingham. And it raises a question that should worry every other team left in this tournament. How do you stop him when the moment is biggest? We haven't seen anyone do it yet. England won 2-1. But let's not dress this up as a dominant performance, because it wasn't. This was a street fight that England were losing on points until Bellingham intervened. The 8 shots on target suggest England eventually found their level. But Norway pushed a World Cup heavyweight to the absolute edge with a game plan that was tactically disciplined and genuinely dangerous. Schjelderup's goal was a reminder that Norway have real quality. But here is Norway's brutal reality. In this tournament, at this stage, real quality isn't enough if you can't hold a lead. They did everything right for 36 minutes. They scored, and they still lost. That is a devastating way for a World Cup run to end. As for England, they advance, and that is all that matters in knockout football. But the performance is a warning sign they cannot ignore. You cannot gift teams a lead and then rely on individual brilliance to bail you out every time. Even Bellingham has limits. The test now is whether England's coaching staff look at this tape and fix the structural problems before they face an opponent who can also do what Bellingham does. Punish mistakes on both sides of the ball. Norway held a mirror up to England tonight. Whether England looked into it is the real question going forward. So here's the debate. Was Bellingham the difference, or did England get lucky? Drop your take in the comments. Share this with anyone who watched that first half in disbelief. And subscribe to World Goals. We're covering every story this World Cup.